Tools, look at this. Forensics, we can see that tools is mentioned a whole bunch of times. This is kind of a light list, like it's only mentioned twice. You want to get like 4 or 5 different ones and dump them in there, but you kind of see the idea of what is happening here. And then the tools that are mentioned the most is Encase. Now Encase is a forensics tool that's very expensive. You might be able to get a free version of it, trial version to mess around with it, but this is one of the most expensive tools out there for forensics. I'm familiar with that. It's used quite a bit in the government. What they'll do is if somebody's done a crime on a computer, I could tell you some crazy stuff for forensics that's happened. It's pretty dark. If you have a forensics guy in there, then whatever the hell's on that computer is pretty bad, right? It's not something I could talk about without getting flagged. You can kind of come up with an idea of what it is. It's murder and like stuff like that, right? Or worse. Think of something worse than that. Anyway, so that's what's on people's computers. It's just bad, man. Anyway, so one of the things it does is it'll take a hard drive that somebody has tried to delete stuff, and Encase can see all the stuff they deleted. The stuff's still on the computer after you delete it, by the way. Even if you put it in the trash and then emptied the trash, it's still on the computer. And Encase looks at the 1s and 0s that were originally written on the disk, lifts those up, and then it can reconstruct those into files. Like if they had an image or a video or whatever, it can reconstruct those and give that to whoever's doing the investigation that they'll use for a court case or whatever. FTC, I believe, does the same thing. It's like an open source version of Encase, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's some other tools here. But yeah, this just gives you an idea of how you can pinpoint different keywords that are in any kind of genre and any kind of anything that you're trying to do.